The Rictolagus cuniculus, or more commonly known as the European rabbit, was first introduced into Tasmania in 1788 by the First Fleet. In 1859, they were then released as hunting game by wealthy farmers in Geelong, Victoria. It is safe to say that after then, they bred like rabbits. In 1886, they were spread throughout Australia and then were considered a pest species.
The European rabbit can adapt to a wide range of environmental conditions from dry, arid land to coastal plains, rather than wet soils of tropical climates. The European rabbit is more suitable to dry soils to dig warrens. Their appetite includes seeds, leaves, roots, and herbs.
European rabbit populations grow rapidly as they breed litters of 4 or 5, have short gestation period, can breed all year round, and sexually mature early in their life after about 4 months. High reproduction and adaptability to a wide range of environments has resulted in the overpopulation of the European rabbit and caused severe impacts on the ecological dynamics throughout Australia. The European rabbit populations in Australia affects the interaction and competition between plant and animal species, affects geographical dominance, and causes an imbalance in predator species.
The European rabbit impacts native and production species including the cow, wombat, and wallabies. This is because they share a similar food source, including the grasslands behind me. The European rabbit also affects the habitat of which these species live by changing the composition of the vegetation, the amount of it, and including soil erosion when it comes to building their warrens. Due to their overpopulation, these impacts are magnified greatly and increases the extinction and threatening of these species.
The European rabbit exerts geographical superiority over other species. They dominate patches of land. This is evident during their breeding season. Rabbits live in groups of their own species in a series of underground burrows known as warrens and form territorial groups which usually consist of between 1 and 3 males and up to 7 females. These groups are ruled by a dominant pair who remain together after the breeding season when the rest of the group disperse.
Various forms of rabbit control have been introduced throughout the years in order to control the rabbit population throughout Australia. In 1996, the rabbit caca virus injection, now known as the rabbit hemorrhagic disease virus, was introduced and is now administered through bait traps. This disease takes hold in as little as 3 days and can kill in up to 12 hours. Another popular method of rabbit control is warren destruction. Through the use of heavy machinery, they rip up the ground, destroying the warrens and ruining their habitat. This, although effective, is a very dangerous method as it ruins the soil for other native plants and animals. Other methods include fumigation, baiting, trapping, and fencing.
The European rabbits also affect plant species throughout Australia. Due to their high population size, they eat and consume many plant species. This can lead to many plant species becoming threatened or extinct. Not only do they affect plant species, but because of their warrens, they disrupt the natural habitat. They dig up the ground and they destroy vegetation, causing soil erosion. The overpopulation of these rabbit species has led to an increase in the population of those species that prey on it, such as foxes and feral cats. These species do not only prey on the rabbits, they prey on indigenous native species, leading to a decrease in the population of those species. This short documentary on the European rabbit has shown how the introduction of this species has negatively affected the biodiversity in Australia. The European rabbit affects many factors in the Australian ecosystem, including overpopulation, competition of resources, habitat, and geographical dominance, as well as the imbalance of predator species. Their overpopulation has led to an increased consumption of plant species, decimating the plant species populations and threatening them into extinction. Although many control methods are in place, such as the rabbit hemorrhagic disease virus, it is not enough to stop the spread of this pest species. There needs to be more control methods implemented in order to stop the spread of this invasive species and to stop the destruction of the native ecosystem.